the pace of this entire series as a whole. It's gonna be interesting to see what the openings are. We see the Heino and the Arlie banned out there by R8. AG will ban out 2 supports in the Dolia and the Dachiao and pick up the Dun. Oh boy.
Radio silence for at least 5 seconds there. That's just... Right, okay, so we go a second attempt done in the Season 2 Invitational already. I feel like the teams are potentially trolling us from just so we can get PTSD from Season 1. Let's see what happens anyway. I mean, it's AG Global with this one, so it'd be very interesting to see how they do perform on the Dun. Obviously, we saw it in Game 1 of Match 1, and it wasn't played fast enough because the team of LGD was able to play around that pick a lot faster than it seemed Impunity ever thought they could. But they do pick up the Lady Sun, so again, we are seeing a few little bits of recurring heroes coming through already. So Lady Sun, Mayeen from the side of LGD, what they had on Game 2 is going over to AG Global. And then we see them ban out. The last phase is those farm lanes, so the Direnji, and then obviously Ho Yi as well. And then over to the side of R8, we do have the lane coming through. Princess Frost, again, a fantastic utility mage. And then the Sunbin coming through. So with the Kaiser not being banned, we could potentially see a Kaiser pick in the jungle for R8.
Yeah, they definitely need someone to go towards the front lines, soak up some damage, and Kaiser definitely one of those jungle heroes that can fulfill that role, can also do the damage that if they require him to be. And R8 definitely, they do have that in the repertoire as well, so definitely a hero that will fit into their current lineup.
Yeah, banning out the Ming and the Zhongfei towards the end. Again, I'm not too sure where AG is actually going with this one in full, because again, Dun could be... We've seen him in the support pick as well. He could be jungle, he could be mid. No, I mean Motzi could be bid, but it's not. He is definitely going to be in the support lane. That definitely fleshes out that last pick there, the Lady Chen going in the mid lane, and then Motzi as the support, and then Dun is definitely going to be a jungle pick. I was hoping for a little bit more of a zesty jungle pick towards the end there, but we got the Lady Chen. We can be happy with that. A hero we did not see much in Season 1 Invitational. And then obviously, as I alluded to on the side of R8 Esports, they did lock in the Kaiser towards the end of that one. So maybe they're cooking. Maybe they got something going on here, especially with the Sunbin and Kaiser synergy.
Yeah, that was a good call from you, and looks like R8 definitely does agree with you. We do see both the coaches leaving the stage there, and fun fact about the R8 Esports coach is that he's only 19. We don't usually see coaches younger than most of your players in the lineup.
Yeah, that is definitely a young coach to say the least. But again, knowledge has no number on age. This guy clearly knows what he's talking about, or else he wouldn't have got the position that he has right now for the side of R8. So again, we saw that Consort U came through, and the Kaiser being the last pick, so Shihab is going to be on the Kaiser. Really interested to see how they work this around, because again, throughout the entire of the Open series, we had Motsu being a obnoxious long-range stun, and especially paired with that Lady Sun now. So if we have the Motsu able to actually use his first skill to lock down either one of the squishy enemy heroes on the side of R8, then you've got Lady Sun who's just able to poke from a distance as well. So again, there's a lot of utility in Xinling's pick there. So here we go, Game 1, Match 2 of the day between All Gamers Global versus R8 Esports.
It is going to be interesting, and it's also interesting to see that, All Gamers Global really trying to get this Mayeen off to a great start. A lane not the strongest of laners, so they're going to need to be able to... Oof! That's a quick pick off there by Zeiss. Huge first blood.
first blood just as we got to that minute mark for Zays, but here we are. As we were speaking about Mutsu and the draft, his most common skill combo is his first basic attack and then second, because with his passive he can push back and then obviously flash during his ultimates to stun the unsuspected enemies. So again, you may engage one way, but then you may flash and then use his ultimate to lock down one of the more slippier heroes on your enemy team. So that is Mode 2 for you guys who may not have played him at home.
Yeah. I love Mode 2 playing the support. Less in the mid lane. We do see some teams play that hero in the mid lane. And not my favorite sort of mid laner. He doesn't have a lot of wave clear, and he's very immobile early on, but he's pretty decent towards the late game, so they have that going for them. Smite, very useful for jungle, actually necessary for jungle heroes, just to be able to propel their farm and also allow them to purchase the jungle items, allowing them to be able to steal enemy objectives as well, which is going to be huge. And sometimes we do see teams playing with double smite on their supports as well as their jungle, just to play even more aggressive early on. Oh.
Yeah, picks like the Zhongfei as well, that's able to actually dive in onto those enemy, those big jungle objectives to steal them as well. So again, Zhongfei with Smite is not a bad call. Do not flame your teammate in your solo rank queue if he does that. He has got 10 brain if he does. So again, we're already seeing that there is a gold lead on the side of AG Global right now. Lady Chen up into the Clash lane, helping the Mai, and there's that Death on Sunset to make him untargetable, to get him out of Lady Chen's ultimate, which was probably a great utility. You don't want to give over any more gold to the side of AG Global. So again, I think that's probably a good call for the side of R8.
Yeah, but our AG Global is really playing this done to the best way possible. I mean, playing it aggressive, invading your enemy's jungle, moving around with the supports. This is how, this is how the Impunity should have played this done. Active, roaming around the map, and also putting pressure on your enemy's jungle. Miosotis is playing very well on this, and might be the many times that we do see the done be successful. Oh.
Yes, I mean, it's not a done deal yet, but we get the Frozen, the Winter is coming through, and he does shut down the Dun as well. So Myosotis goes down to Ryoshi there on the side of R8. R8 picking up a kill. The Giant does bleed. The Giant of the Open Series has definitely taken a blow already, so R8, that would be a good confidence boost for them in this game 1 of match 2 of the day. But I think that was a fantastic placement of Winters coming there by Princess Frost. So Zen and really showing why he is a tried and tested and been on many teams as the mid lane as well. So those all-important jungle objectives are now up, and it looks like AG have got their eyes casted on that Tyrant, and they do secure it.
Yeah, early advantage going towards the way of All Gamers.HK. They do have that small little damage buff if they want to utilize it early on, but most of the time, especially for the first Tyrant, it's all about just farming, getting you to farm a bit faster, maybe push down a tower or two. It looks like the bottom tier 1 tower might be the target that All Gamers.HK is looking for, but not gonna get it until the next wave of creeps do arrive.
Yep, Shihab kind of got a little bit of a dirtied invitation there on the side of Red Jungle. He was like, you know what, I'm going to help myself just to this little camp here. And then Myosotis was like, no, you did not get clearance in my jungle. Thank you very much. I will take that gold back from you. They do, on the side of AG Global, are able to pick up that farm lane turret in the bot lane there. And we're looking like Zays is looking for that JR playstyle, hoping to try and get that second tier turret. The Death on Sunset comes through to stop that minion wave as well. They do pick up the red buff, however, from R8. So first Overlord does go to Shihab, so a 50-50 split for the jungle objectives in game 1.
Yeah, but the tower damage in the bottom lane is already starting to stack up. It's already down to half health. Elaine had to back away, and that allowed Zays to continue putting on damage towards the bottom tier 1, tier 2 tower, and it will fall pre-6 minutes, even faster than what LGD was able to do to their opponents earlier on.
Yeah, I feel like it's a little bit of showboating here, like, we can do a bit faster than you. Like, a little bit of, like, we may not meet till the knockouts, we may never meet, but this is what we can do, LGD. But yes, already looking like an assault here on the mid lane as well. Mootsie just missing out that long-range stun, but we see that Elaine is going to the back of the queue. That flash coming for you to save. Lived in the mid lane, but we are seeing a lot of skills being dropped down here. The winter is coming. It's not catching out any of AG Global's teammates, but Liden falls down as well. So the early engage aggressor, the Elaine, actually falls in that 1-0 trade.
Yeah, AG somehow managed to get out of there without losing any of their members. So great disengage, great backup coming from the rest of the team, and they get themselves a kill for all of that hard work. And Myosotis is really trying to prove us wrong. He's been playing a fantastic game on this done so far.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely changing my mind. I'm sat at the desk waiting for that change my mind on Dun, and it's clearly happening right now because he is for sure ahead of Shihab. Shihab's level 9, and then Myosotis is at level 11 as well, so I can only assume, because we can't see that gold graph, that is going to be ahead as well for the side of AG Global. But Mutsu trying to get that stun onto Elaine, but the CC immunity comes through from that first skill. A Death on Sunset dodges everything else. He is just like trying to dodge all these projectiles from the side of AG Global, and he manages to do so, but Zaze and Xingling are not stopping there. They are looking for that second tier turret in the Clash lane, as well as Mayeen looking to push this mid lane, but Kaiser and Princess Frost are very close by. I'm not too sure what's going to be brewing there. They do take the second tier turret as well.
And they're going for damage on towards the tier 3. This is so fast. Pre-8 minutes. It's going to go down. AG Global is going to get such a huge lead in this game. The top lane pressure is going to be huge. Great disengage there by Qinglin, setting up his first skill to ensure that they have some way to back away, some way to back off. They will get the mid tier 1 tower as well. And this is a lot of lane pressure going towards the way of AG Global.
A lot of real estate going over to the side of AG Global as well. Now that that mid turret has been taken, it opens up their R8 jungle even more to them. They do not need to pass go. They do not need any clearance. They have taken out the security guard of that jungle, because that mid lane was just stopping everything from ganks, from picking up farm, all on the side of R8 jungle. And now it's wide open, especially with that high ground turret being taken down as well in the Clash lane. That's just going to bring out those higher damaging minions as well. But Elaine is into the back queue there onto Lady Shen, but it's not going to be enough. He does get frozen. He gets knocked out by Mayeen as well. But then, was there a pickup on the Dun into the front line of that whole fight? So we were seeing a little bit of a trade there, a little bit of a team fight, but it was taken in 2 places. Yeah,
Dun sort of just manhandled 4 heroes by himself, so dying isn't the best thing in the world, but you know, being in a position where as a Dun you're able to just tank 4 players and stop them from backing up their teammate, I think, you know, Myosotis will be more than happy to take that trade. And he's been playing phenomenally so far. He's definitely is reaching the mid game stage where, you know, his damage starts to fall off, and he's more than happy to just play in a more supportive role for now.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, dying when you're holding off the most of the enemy team's front line is probably a valiant death for the side of AG Global. Myosotis can die knowing that he did his job, but there is that gold graph, so yes, I was safe to assume that Myosotis is ahead of the gold. Not quite far ahead as like we saw in game 1 between the 2 junglers, but definitely a steady 1k between those positions, which could mean a lot in these games as well. And then goes the second Shadow Tyrant as well. Shihab having to force a retreat here on Overlord. He's not looking like he can take it quick enough. Unfortunately, Motsu getting picked off there. Thanks to the winter is coming, and Ryoji getting the claim of kill onto the Motsu there. So Console U coming through with another kill for R8.
Yeah, Qinglin a little bit too aggressive there, trying to face check the bush, got caught up by the ultimate, and there was just no escape from him. But still, it is a 3,000 net worth lead being taken here by the side of All Gamers Global. And their Lady Sun is already online, already doing a lot of damage. So it is her time right now to carry the game.
Yes, carry the game indeed, but we have a bit of an engage here. The two tanks are fighting, and not much really damage is going on there, but there is Dunn soaking up a lot of damage. They've been split into 3 different fights here. Mayin's at the back. We have Lady Shen at the front. Kaiser is looking pretty low. Dunn takes down Shihab there, and then we have Lady Sun picking up the lane at the back of that fight also. And we have the minion wave in the mid lane, and they are looking for, their eyes are looking to claim that higher ground turret. And are they going to claim the victory here? Because there is only 2 teammates remaining on the side of R8. And all they need to do is wait for those minions to come round. R8's not getting close to close them down. We see Sunbin really trying a valiant effort there, but the crystal gets taken down on the side of R8. So AG.HK with potentially the fastest win there.
That was just, I mean, we were talking about how aggressive LGD was, but AG Global just took things to a whole nother level. They took the top tier 3 within 8 minutes. They ended the game within 12 minutes. I mean, it is obviously, since we only have